hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be answering the question on how to identify your 2-bar hinge. Now before I start, I just wanted to address two questions we get commonly asked. First one is this black plastic glide available separate? Now unfortunately the answer is no to that. The manufacturer does not make that separate, so you cannot just buy this. Which ties into question 2. The hinges are sold in pairs, so you get this plus the opposite handing to this when you buy one. So one pair of hinges will do one window, regardless of handing of the window. If it's an awning or casement, a pair of hinges will do one window. Now moving on to how to identify your hinge. First thing we'll do is measure this track that black plastic glide slides into. Now, we only have one hinge here that I'm going to measure, but I brought the most common hinge we have out just to make it a little bit easier. Now the first measurement here, again you measure the track, is 10 inches. There is 10 inch, 13, 14, 18, 22, and 26. As soon as you measure this track, you'll go into the next subcategory. 10 inch is by far the most common. Again, this is why I brought this one out. So next, when you go into the next subcategory, you will then measure these two arms. So this arm end to end here is 7 11/16. This arm a little more difficult to measure because it's obviously connected behind there, but it is 5.5 inches. So again, you start with this, you go into the next subcategory, and then you'll measure this arm and this arm. Now backing up a bit here, I'm going to talk specifically about the 10-inch hinges because those are by far the most common size of hinges on the marketplace, and they differ a little from the other ones. So in terms of the 13 and up, what we did here will get you exactly what you need. Now the 10-inch is a little more difficult. After you measure this arm and this arm, obviously you figure that out. The next measurement you're going to have to measure is from here. You're going to put this hinge at a 90-degree angle here, and you're going to measure from the end of the hinge to right where this arm sits, and this is going to be 4 15/16. There are different ones where the arm will come here, for instance, so this distance will be a little bit different. You have to make sure you measure that distance there. So again, this is only for the 10-inch hinges. So once you go into the 10-inch category, you'll measure this arm, and then the final measurement, you will have to measure this measurement when this is at a 90-degree angle here, and you'll have to find this distance from here to here. Now, the 6-1484-10, which is what this hinge is, that is going to be the most common hinge by far. I would say out of every 10 hinge sales we get, 9 out of 10 are this hinge. So if you're looking for one that's the most common, that is definitely the one that's the most common. But there are a few other options out there, like the 6-1508-10, which does have a slightly different measurement here. So again, make sure if your hinge is a 10-inch hinge, that you measure this, 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 and finally, the distance from here to here. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.